in that version, they need to get rid of that fucking lightsaber they gave him. Everything about that was retarded. Okay, now we're just gonna let the experience scroll, and then I'm going to highlight this part, and then I'm gonna upload it to YouTube. It's just gonna be its own part. Look at that battle time, 21 minutes. Jesus. Who is her English VA? I've never even heard her English voice. Lightsabers are cool? No, they're not. They're pretty retarded. And here's the thing too, like, that it makes literally no fucking sense that item is in that game, because it's like everything else is super realistic. Like, all of the weapons are super realistic. The way they just what type of weapons are in the game, and then also just there's lightsabers, because there's lightsabers. Oh, the other thing that Progressive does is it like delves a lot deeper into like the mechanics of the actual game that they're playing, which is good, because Sword Art Online is fucking retarded when it comes to like being an actual game. There's just so much wrong with Sword Art Online, like the actual anime and original light novel series. But I honestly feel like it could be fixed. Like, I feel like if you cut the entire second season, and just worked around what was there, you could fix it. Cut all of the extra female characters out, or at least the because like I said, the character that's in the light novels but not in the anime is a female, but that's fine as long as she doesn't turn into harem, which I don't think she will. But like, cut out those extraneous female characters that don't need to exist. Yeah, I remember hearing that somewhere, Falafel, that there's a Chinese like almost not knockoff, but like it's incredibly similar to SAO, but it's actually like good. You can leave Shinon, and she needed to be as long as she's the main character of her series. Like, she's like the game, not the game, but like it focuses more on her than anyone else when they do that. And there's no like random ass. I don't actually know if she does, but I assume she does. There's no random ass. Oh, she's in love with my OC, the fucking Gary Stu that is the main character of Sword Art Online. I can't imagine any other girl being worth adding to that series. Especially when you consider, like, one of the things that would make Sword Art Online better, and this is something that the Progressive is doing, is focusing, not just focusing on, but really expanding on the relationship of the two main characters, Asuna and Kirito, because if they're, like, one of the things in the anime is it's just like, oh, they met a couple times and now suddenly they're married. But in this, they not only have they met at the beginning, they've continued to stay together through the beginning, and like you can clearly see them gaining affection for each other, which is what you need when you're making a lead couple. It's entirely possible that I'm in the millions of experience here. This could take a very long time. I'm gonna hit that YouTube upload limit. I don't know. I feel like there's so much, like, but he saved her that one time. Oh, more importantly, Asuna saves Kirito a few times in the Progressive. And I mean, she just like saves him. Like he's fucked, and she just like, she proves herself capable. I don't even have you read ever watched? Having not known that, I started reading Excel World and I was like, Jesus fuck, this is some SAO like garbage bullshit. It was so bad. I dropped it so fast. Fuck SAO, fuck Excel World. Progressive though has been surprisingly like I said, it's been surprisingly good. I didn't like Excel World at all. It's so much of the same bullshit, only it's even less likely because your main character is a super fat, like, midget. And he, like... Not only is he a super fat midget, he's a super fat midget who, like, jumps into a world where there's already established characters who are, like, god tier, and he quickly starts just jumping rank. I'm like, no, this is already going retarded incredibly quickly. You know what I did watch recently that wasn't particularly amazing, but it was adequate, was the Castlevania Netflix original anime. I have done more than one stream about how amazing Madoka is. I haven't actually watched Steins Gate. Dude, fuck you. Yuki is waifu. He is the best waifu. Mirai Nikki's great. I fucking love Mirai Nikki. I read the entirety of Mirai Nikki before it even became an anime. And I was so glad when I found out it was becoming an anime. I'm like, yes! This means more people are going to get to find out about Mirai Nikki. Mirai Nikki was so good. I actually never watched the anime, though. Akise was the best. Akise is best waifu? Is that what you're saying? What am I at right now? 300 and something thousand? Okay. You go for the people who get their heads cut off? Is that it? That's just what that's your thing? That's your fetish? I've never even heard of Yujo Senkai. I don't keep up to date on animes. The propensity with which... you like that head. Okay. Okay. Okay, Oath. The propensity with which animes are just straight adaptations of light novels, and with how shitty basically every light novel is, I have no reason whatsoever to want to watch any of like the more new animes and stuff like that. Especially when they're all basically the exact same thing. There's like two or three genres of anime now. Like, that's just it. Not even genres, it's just like, this is the exact anime we're making. It is the main character in a fantasy setting who is from the real world, 13 to 14-year-old male, who falls into a harem and is also the greatest at, like, whatever it is. Mystic world bullshit that there exists in that universe. There is the magical slash technologically advanced high school where the main character is a loser who clearly is the worst at everything, but actually he's secretly the best at everything. And then there is what's it called? Orinoimoto, just again. It's the same thing. It's little sister is in love with her brother, but also a massive tsundere, and they don't get along well, and the series is going to go on for like literally 3 years before anyone admits it. That's it. That's all there is to it. Nisekoi? Bro, what about what's that new one I found out about recently? Aromanga Sensei. It's literally just Orino Emoto again. I'm pretty sure it's even got the same, like, I'm pretty sure it's the same author and the same manga artist. For, like, it's literally just the same thing. I read the synopsis on it. I'm like, are you fucking joking? You literally just remade the same anime. Or the same light novel. Like, Jesus fuck. So yeah, I don't watch anime much. Just stuff that I know beforehand is going to be really good. Like, that's why I watched Unlimited Blade Works. That's why I'm looking forward to Heaven's Feel. Or not Heaven's Feel. They're not doing Heaven's Feel. They're doing are they? Now she's even less of a person. That's not surprising. For what it's worth, I want to throw this out there too. I actually didn't feel like Oreimo was that bad. Like, as it went on, you could really see the progression of the characters. Like, you could actually see it. Like, it existed. Like, there was actual character development in that, despite the fact that it was just, like, a shitty, like, harem anime. And, like, character relationships in that were really a big thing. But just, like, stop. Stop trying. Just stop. Don't make that again. It doesn't need to exist. Like, what the fuck? I'm not watching. Protag is not all. I mean, if you want a Yu-Gi-Oh anime where the protag is not all happy OMG yay, you just need to watch 5Ds. But they didn't actually get married, so it's complete dog shit. If it makes you feel any better, in the actual light novels, it's heavily implied they continue dating in secret at the end. And by in secret, I mean their friends still know. Like, they figured it out. They're not good at keeping it secret, but... I don't remember where I read that. I might have actually seen it in a video. I think someone was talking about it in the video. Still going. 600,000. Shoutouts to 600,000 experience. Have you ever checked out Love Live? No. Just from that title alone, no. I can already tell where that's going. Like, I don't even have to think about it. There's so many animes that are just like that, where it's like, you can just tell, like, what it is by its title. Someone, I have to look up what its actual title was. But someone asked me if I'd seen... No, it wasn't this. Oh, what was it? Fuck. Oh, shit, I can't remember what it was called. It was... Don't turn this into Waifu Wars. Please don't. With your shitty-ass, very likely to be harem-type anime. What was it called? Fuck. I want to be able to tell this story because it would be amazing, but I can't. Because I can't remember what the fucking title of this anime was because I just didn't care. Oh, here it is. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Saijaku Muhai no Bahamut. I still don't know what that means. Undefeated Bahamut Chronicle, whatever. Someone asked me on Skype if I had seen that. And just from hearing the title alone, I was like, is it a manga, or is it a manga/anime about? And then I described Asterisk Wars or something like that. Like, just like some really, like, one of those types of shitty, like, magical high school animes that I knew, like, that I just knew of. And I just described it thusly. And they're like, yeah, it's kind of like that. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna fucking bother with it. Like, why would I? How long has this been going? Shit. I feel like this has gone on longer than the actual battle. Telling your friend you got sheltered Missouri friend to watch Boku? Whatever. I feel like there's significantly more traumatizing hentais you could trick someone into watching. Special high school for special kids who do special things. Also, the main character is inexplicably special. But don't forget, not only are they inexplicably special, but they have to be inexplicably special in a way that's not easily detected, so that everyone thinks they're actually not inexplicably special. They're actually inexplicably bad. Also, the main female character has to, for some reason, be forced to live with this main character. Also, the main character has, like, a female best friend who's also gonna fall in love with this character, or no, a female rival as well. The Familiar of Zero, yeah. Oh, dude, ooh, I tried watching that. That was painful. The main character has a rival and/or best friend who's also inexplicably in love with the main character. Also, his little sister, always, literally always, his little sister. His little sister will always be in love with him. That's just a thing. The best part is when, like, they don't even, like, they never reference that he has a little sister until randomly out of nowhere, like 2 seasons in, they just show up. More likely than not, a red-haired or pink-haired tsundere. You're right. Your Lie in April? I've never even heard of that. Whew, we almost made it to 1 million. It's one of those tearjerker type of animes. I prefer circle jerk types of animes. Wait, what's that anime about, like... It's an anime about, like, a little girl who leads an evil organization trying to take over the world. Someone remind me what that's called. I think it's called Overlord or something like that. The only reason I'm trying to remember what it's called is because I remember a bunch of people telling me it was really good, and then I forgot about it. Come on, you guys are supposed to be weebs. How do you fucking forget about this? Okay, it's not Overlord. I honestly think it's got some weird title like, so you want to join an evil organization or something like that. Like, something weird like that, but I can't remember. It's supposed to be really good. There's also that one, like, comedy one where it's, you know, the basic premise of dude falls into magical, like, RPG world. Hilarity ensues, only again it's supposed to be like really good and really funny. No, it's not Yojo Senkai. I know what that one is. That's the one about the actual, like, Nazi lolly. I feel like I've heard of this, Oath. Yeah, I've heard of that, but I don't know. I just didn't really feel like reading it. The thing is, I don't really care about mangas that poke fun at shoujo manga because I don't really care about shoujo manga. Dude, I can't do sports anime, like, at all. The only sports anime I could ever legitimately bring myself to watch would have been Keijo. Just because of how just absurd it is and how, like, just how well of a joke it is. Like, how well crafted of a joke it is. I found a clip of, I found a clip of a character using Gate of Booty Lawn, and I just lost it. I was like, are you fucking joking? You actually went there. I was like, this is the best. This is actually good. That's such a strong, like, contender for, like, perfect, just, like, perfect meme anime. Other than that, I can't, like, I could not possibly do sports anime or manga. I tried reading Prince of Tennis one time. That was a mistake. There was another one, too. Like another sports... The one exception to that is, like... Oh, that's lame. Why is Keijo getting axed? It's more popular than ever. It just got an anime. No, I can't do Hajime no Ippo either. I can't do series that are like that where they're just like over 1,000 chapters or over 500 chapters with no clear end in sight. Like, they just... There's no way you can make a story like that worth it. I'm more okay with, like, martial arts series because those tend to jump into straight, like, superpower martial arts, which is like, okay, I'm... Like, I get that they're... Like, it's basically just a battle manga at that point, but at least, you know... At least it's in something that's generally understood to be used for those types of series. Like, I don't need to see fucking superpower, like, table tennis. If I wanted to, I'll go watch Shaolin Soccer. Much better anyway. One Piece still the tier 0 anime. Why am I dropping frames? What's going on? Yeah, One Piece clearly has no ending in sight. And it's at, like, what, 800 chapters or something like that? Shaolin Showdown. Bro. Haikyuu goes into the ambiguously gay sport, so I can't even consider it. Bro, the only ambiguously gay sport is, like, actually wrestling. Every other sport is manly as hell. I did read, what was it? History's Strongest Disciple. Like, the entirety of it. Because it was actually pretty good. It was way too fan servicey for me. Like, in a lot of, like, just for most of it. Like, I was like, this is really fucking bad. But, I like that the author, like, really understood, like, martial arts and what's important in martial arts. Specifically, the basics. Even his characters developed legitimate superpowers and were, like, destroying entire islands with their fighting abilities. It was still, like, grinded in to the bones of that manga that, like, the basics are what really matter. It took to heart that statement from Bruce Lee. I fear not the man who's practiced 10,000 kicks one time, but the man who's practiced one kick 10,000 times. What about that show Free? That's pretty explicitly gay. I don't know what that is. Is that like Yuri on Ice? Which is like quite literally the opposite of Yuri on Ice. Freeze the swimming anime. Okay, I've never even heard of it. My biggest problem with, like, animes that are explicitly made to be, like, shoujo ai and shonen ai, you know, boys love, girls love, is that, in general, like, they don't do justice to actual, like, gay people. Like, their gay characters are just impossible. Like, literally everyone is gay. Like, that's just how those series work. And I feel like it just doesn't show, like, the actual, like, they've never really captured the actual struggles of someone who would be gay. I have a friend who actually is gay, and trust me, it's not. You don't just suddenly have a whole bunch of hot people who are gay all at the same place, all wanting to bang each other or anything like that. Making pretty boy eyes at each other. I mean, everyone. Well, part of the problem is, like, everyone jerks it to, like, Yuri on Ice, and because, like, it's like, oh, it's a powerful thing of, you know, it's an anime about all gay people, so clearly it's, like, really good for the gay community. No, fuck you. No, it's not. Also, the characters aren't gay characters. They're just straight that do gay. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, they're just straight characters who do really gay things. Like, they don't even outright state that they're gay. Like, it's the same, like, in the same way that the same way I have massive problems with animes that are just, like, fans. Like I said, I can't do massive fan service in animes. It's like, people don't do this. Like, that's not the way people act. No, it's not Didi. It's someone who's I've never recorded with or never been on stream with. In fact, he doesn't even live around here anymore. I don't get to see him as much as I want to. Okay, I have a great story about this, actually. So, this friend of mine, he, like, a while after, probably I'd say when we were about 19, 20, he was going to college here, but then he got accepted into There's that community of people who ship Pink and Dee Dee. Damn right they should. We're hot as fuck. But anyway, my friend, he was going to college here, community college, and then he got accepted into UCSF, or whatever the San Francisco college is up there. So he moved over there to go to college, right? And then while he was there, he got a job, and then once he finally graduated, he still had a job there, so he just stayed there. And then maybe like 2-3 years ago, he calls me up one day. He's like, "Yo, I'm in town for the weekend. We should do dinner, right? We should hang out and get dinner." And it wasn't until like the last moment that I actually had free time to go to dinner with him or whatever, right? Like literally the day he was leaving was the day I managed to find some time for it. And then we hang out for a few hours, all that stuff. He's getting ready to head out because he actually has to drive back that night. And he's like, literally just before he's leaving, he's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm gay." Like he just came out like that way. And my immediate response was, "You motherfucker, you moved to San Francisco and they injected you with the gay." I knew it was going to happen. I guess that had actually been why he was in town. Like he had chosen like that weekend to come out to his parents and stuff like that, and they're very progressive, so they're supportive of it, which is good, because I mean there's a ton of people who, like, if they came out as gay, that's it, their family is done with them. In fact, my on just the other day on the 4th, I was at my aunt and uncle's house, and I was talking to my cousin. She's a few years older than me. No, she's more than a few years older than me. I think she's a solid, like, 7 or 8 years older than me. Fun fact, her first husband, she got knocked up when she was 16, which sort of forced a shotgun wedding with her then boyfriend, who is now, they got a divorce when it came out he was gay. He was cheating on her with a man. And they've since moved on, and they're not like super close to each other, but I mean they're friends still and things like that. But she was telling me she was going to go to Reno this week for a wedding for one of her best friends, and it's her best friend. He's marrying his partner, and he's paying for everything for her to go to fly to Reno. She's putting her up in a hotel and all that stuff. Everything's being paid for, the flight and all that stuff. And she's pretty certain the reason for it is, she's 100% certain the reason for it is because, like, she's the only one who will be there for him, because his family is super religious. I think his father is like a priest or something like that. They've basically disowned him. They refuse to talk to him. They refuse to go. So it's just going to be her and her husband, and then a couple other people for the other groom's side, and that's really it. So yeah, that's the other way it can go. I don't know if I can upload this to all to YouTube. Look how long has this been going? I feel like I've been at this for like 30 plus minutes already. Yeah, it's definitely gone on longer than the actual battle has. I knew 10,000 hits would get me a lot of experience. I'm not sure I was expecting this much. The other thing is, though, that this enemy that I fought here, the Medusa Butterfly... yes, I realize now that I have Flash in Silver. Yeah. The other thing is this giant monster that I fought was actually, like, much higher level than what I'm supposed to be able to fight right now. The giant crab that I fought back in the Wee Sand of Kados the last time I was streaming, it's leveled to be about 5 to 10 levels higher than what you would be when you get to that point. So that you're not like... So, like... basically, the idea is that you would fight it when you come back, right? This enemy's like 30, 40 levels higher than what you'd normally be in this area. And yet, I killed it, because, you know, Rita. Okay. I'm gonna go look for food real quick. I'm hungry. Be right back. Hopefully this doesn't stop scrolling numbers until I get back. What is this about my dog being bad? Oh god, it's still going. I was almost certain by the time I came back it would be done. I can't possibly upload this to YouTube anymore. I can't upload a 1.5 hour long video. I mean, I could. I just went to Danborough for pictures of Rita, and the first thing I see on the homepage is anime Donald Trump fucking anime CNN. Bro, don't go to Danborough, go to Gelborough. They allow lolly. Also, they actually have the epic tag, which is the actual reason I go to Gelborough. They might have added that in... Well, no. They didn't add it in Danborough because Danborough has the pools. But Danborough has too many pools. I like just being able to scroll through things that have the epic tag. The new Final Fantasy game that came out an hour ago? What game is that? Do I plan to go to In-N-Out? No, not today. I was there a couple days ago. I have not been going nearly as much as I used to. One, because I don't live as close, and two, because since I don't have a job, I'm trying to convince myself to eat in more. Oh my god, I'm really about to hit 2 million experience. This is gonna be interesting. "12 Zodiac Age"? What? Oh, it's the HD remix of 12. I actually have 12 on PS2. I never played it. Or rather, I started playing it. I was really enjoying it. But then, like, I got distracted. I think I decided to play, what was it? Because I bought that, and I bought some other stuff, and I was like, oh, I bought God of War, and I bought a couple other games, and I was like, let me put this on the back burner, because it's going to be, like, you know, a 70, 80-hour-long game. Let me play the shorter stuff first, and then I just never got back to it. Keep in mind, though, Oath, like, I love that kind of style of game, where it's, like, big open worlds that, like, sort of reward you for exploring and stuff like that, and the, like, the Xenoblade Chronicles style stuff. And that was one of the games that did it first. Like, it has an MMO-style battle style, but it has it in a single-player type game. So, like, if you're not into that kind of battle, like, that kind of battle style, you're not going to like it. I never got back into it either, because my PS2 went kind of wonky. My favorite complaint about Xenoblade Chronicles being the Wii game is when Max complains about the motion controls that don't exist in that game. What is going on? Why am I dropping so many frames? Jesus. I mean, you could just play on a classic controller, Oath. I almost feel like it has GameCube controller support, but I might be wrong about that. I'm simultaneously really looking forward to and not really looking forward to the new Xenoblade Chronicles either. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, because, like, I mean, it just looks so good, but the characters look so bad. Jesus. That said, the giant fucking worlds look great. And I'm excited about the new style of combat. So, like the new blades, as it is. The new weapon characters. It looks cool. I want to play it. I'm gonna play it, but... Don't get Xenoblade on the 3DS, dude. It is going to be on the Switch, Listel. I have a Switch. The 3DS versions of Xenoblade are, like, the game was already not pretty, and this really makes it ugly. Oh, whoever asked, Renray, the Gold Silver 3DS Virtual Console titles, I might. It'd be cool to have, just to be able to walk around and play whenever I want. What is CFW, Oath? Dude, SGDQ wish they got this much in donations. Oh, custom firmware. I gotcha. I surpassed SGDQ's donations a while ago. I think you guys should donate. Donate 1 penny for every experience, bonus experience I got in this fight. Where there's a bumper near my R button, there isn't. Oh. Oh, Waffle, if you had that kind of money, what, you'd be on another stream? You'd be donating to, like, Sniper Wolf or something, and instead of here watching my lame ass? You'd go throw money at the Mango Nation? You'd go chill with Josh Jepson, who's playing Mario Kart 8 right now? I found out Josh Jepson speedruns Super Mario Sunshine now. For those of you who don't know, Josh Jepson is a Let's Player on YouTube. And he has a channel. He has a... Isn't she friends with Dee Dee? I have no fucking clue. I think I remember him talking about having, like, played with Sniper Wolf before. Josh Jepson has a joint Let's Play channel with Attacking Toucans called Versus, where they do, like, Let's Play races. And they're really fucking bad at games, I'm not gonna lie. They're both just terrible, right? And one of the games they did not once but twice was Super Mario Sunshine, and they were just so bad at it. And then I found out literally not that long ago that Josh Jepson now speedruns the hoverless category of Super Mario Sunshine, and he is legitimate at it. Like, he's definitely never going to be, like, world record holder of that game, but I could see him shaving his time under 2 hours. He knows what he's doing, and he is capable of doing everything that he needs to do in that game. So it just needs to come down to the time when he gets everything, essentially, and, like, cuts his deaths down and things like that. And it's so weird having watched him play through that game twice and just been amazingly abysmal at it, and then suddenly he's really good at it. Speaking of being amazingly abysmal at things, I've been playing Melee on Netplay a lot recently. It's been fun as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised at how good, like, I can get connections for people who live in California. Keeping pings down in, like, the mid-30s, low 40s. excuse me. You can play pretty well on it, actually. But even with that, like, there's a lot of stuff that I just, like, can't do just with that little amount of lag. And, like, if it gets above that, if it gets into the 50s or 60s, I just, like, don't want to play anymore. 50 or 60 milliseconds of lag is too much lag for me. Melee has come too far in terms of, like, in terms of tech skill to be capable of being played with like any real lag like that. Also, I was playing against someone who was like really good and stomping my ass, I'm not gonna lie. And we started just doing randoms, right? Like we would just spam random until we got characters, and then we'd just play or whatever, right? And at one point, he got Roy and I got DK. And I'm sure in his mind, he thought this was just random. But I have played that one specific matchup way more. Way more than I should have. Like, so much more than I should have. He got 4-stocked in like, I swear to God, like 48 seconds. At one point, he respawned, hit me with a fair, I grabbed him out of it, and I just 0-to-deathed him immediately. Like, right after having killed him. He went from 0 to dead in, like... He went from respawn to dead again in, like, 5.5 seconds. So, Falafel, I have this stupid, like, in-joke / theory, with a couple of my Smash friends, from way back that DK versus Roy is the only legitimately unwinnable matchup in the entire game. It is 100% in DK's favor. And I used to have this thing called the DK challenge, where it would literally just be my DK versus anyone's Roy on Final Destination. And keep in mind, I don't play DK, and I'm not very good at the game, and I could just destroy people at it. One of the only people I couldn't beat consistently was Fly Amanita. I did it at one point. I was hanging out with my friend Julian and Fly down in Irvine for like a whole day, and for like 5 hours straight, that's all we did. Julian did not beat me once. He didn't even come close. And Fly beat me like 50-50. It is just so unbelievably unwinnable for Roy. It's just pathetic. And keep in mind, this was back when Fly was playing like constantly. This was back when like Fly was in contention for one of the top 10 players in the world. Fly is so much better than I am. And it doesn't work. You can't beat DK with Roy. Like, he grabs you once and that's it. You just lose. Like, he can cargo up throw up air re-grab and just like do that 3 times, have you at like 60%, and then cargo up throw forward air, and you're just dead because you're Roy. You can't recover. It's so bad. And if God forbid you get grabbed while DK has a full charged giant punch, it's just over. Like, it's so bad. I wasn't even playing on FD. I was playing on Battlefield, and it didn't matter. It was just, you know, forced. It wasn't even, and best part, it wasn't even the only time that I four-stocked someone doing that. I had someone else who, like, wasn't as good as me. He was definitely, like, worse than me. He was not, like, terrible insofar as, like, I'm not technically terrible. But, we ended up doing randoms, too, and I randomed into DK, and I just stayed on DK while he kept randoming, and eventually he got Roy, and it was a slaughter. Also, like, I have a tendency to switch to Kirby when, like, whenever I'm playing someone and, like, they switch, right? Like, they switch characters. I feel the need to switch, but the only other character, like, I always play as Falcon, but the only character not to take away from your impression, but your experience is still fucking going up, I know. I'm almost at 3 million. I switched to Kirby, and I don't know if you know this, but no one knows how to play against Kirby because no one plays Kirby. And I have a tendency to just beat everyone when I play Kirby online. Because they don't know what they're doing, and I do. And more often than not, if I don't switch off of Kirby, people will quit. Because I think they think I'm trolling them. Like, I'm trying, but I'm like, no, this is just the only other character I know how to play. And I actually have way more experience as Kirby than I do as any other character. But I like playing as Falcon. Falcon's fun, even though it's really difficult. It's really difficult to play any character in lag. It's really hard to sort of get like proper combos and links when you're in bad lag. It's also weird to see how much more technical everyone is than me. That's been a big thing with Melee, is like the basic tech skill of players has gotten so much higher than it used to be. But I found that a lot of those players haven't necessarily gotten much better at the other stuff. I've already played more than a few people online who are just way more technical than me. Even in lag, like playing Fox on lag has to be literally impossible. But these people not only can do it, but they're really technical while they do it. But I've never even seen anyone play as Kirby. I've never even seen someone play Kirby as a meme. Basically, you just back air until someone gets off stage, and then you down tilt, because down tilt beats every recovery in the game. With the exception of, like, Peach's up B. But if someone's playing Peach, don't play Kirby. You'll lose, just 100% of the time. But yeah, no, like, I was playing against this guy who was, like, way more technical than me. And he was super, super good at doing his tech skill stuff and doing his combos and stuff like that. But then he was absolutely terrible at, like, edge guarding and recovering. Like, he was super easy to bait into things when I was recovering. It was super easy to, like, edge guard him. Like, it was super easy to, like, convert off of random hits into things that would put him off stage and then just get a kill at really low percents, because I have a lot more experience at edge guarding than he does, I guess. You do free-for-all with one random and your friends kill the random and then spam high till they rage. One of the things that I've been really upset about is I can't play Pikachu at all, like, on net play. I just can't do it. I don't know why exactly. A lot of Pikachu's stuff is really, like, frame intensive. Like, you have small frame windows to do things. And I just, like, with the lag, I just can't seem to do it. And then I definitely can't seem to get the angles I want when I recover. I don't know what that's about. Even with faster melee. And then, by the way, faster melee is like a different version of Dolphin specifically made to run melee. I just can't do it. I don't know why. And it's unfortunate because I actually really like playing as Pikachu. It's really fun for me to play Pikachu. But I have a lot of fun playing Kirby. The only reason why I think Nintendo's re-releasing Gen 1 Gold and Silver for 3DS is because I think Nintendo may have plans to re-release Pokemon Stadium on the Nintendo Switch. Hey, I'm done! We did it! 2.8 million! We in there. Finally. Jesus.